This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Time to end this in typical Resident Evil fashion. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with the finale of Resident Evil 4. In the last episode, Ashley and Leon were able to get the parasites out of their body. Sadler's on the move, and Ada seems to be helping wherever she can, but we know she's got her own motives. Will that end up helping or hurting us at the end? We'll find out. I have no idea how this thing works. The important thing is that we're still alive. Yeah, we use the, I guess, radiation to get the parasites out of our body, so phew, thank God it's out. Yeah, we got it out just the last second. There's no need to use this anymore. Well, I guess that's true. And those pills, we only saw him take those pills like once. You'd think that would have had him do that like multiple times throughout the story. You know, to clean out his system or whatever, but no. But anyway, yep, it's final confrontation time, so we got to get our last bit of herbs, shells, and I think this is the final note of the game. Our mission. The real power of the United States lies in three areas: the Justice Department, the administrative bodies, and the military. In order to take control of these areas, we must influence the minds of the people who advise the president. Oh, how true that is. After this is done, the rest of the departments would quickly fall under our sway. If by chance the United States were to figure out our plan, the damage caused should be minimal. We will still be able to conquer the country as planned using our backup plan. Once we control the country, we'll use their international influence to our advantage. The rest of the world will follow swiftly. This game assumes that we're like this super powerhouse that can never be beat once we get started, but they may be putting us on a higher pedestal than we think. As already stated, it's our first plan. If our first plan didn't go as smoothly as expected, we'll proceed with our secondary plan. By sending in our special forces, we will infiltrate the country from within. Fear and chaos will spread throughout the nation like a virus. It's only be a matter of time before the country loses stability. I don't know, that might be apropos to now, really. At this time when they're most vulnerable, we'll strike. Rejoice, my brother, the world shall be cleansed. Sorry, it's hard for me to, like, not bring up stuff that... Anyway, well, let's just not talk about it. Anyway, let's keep going. We're almost done. Yeah, I get it. The plan was to, like, influence them via the Ashley and the viruses, or the parasites and everything like that. But anyway, this is it, folks. This is the final area. And the final encounter with Sadler is right up there. So we got one final merchant, and I think that's, yeah, pretty much it. Let's look at our inventory so far. Yeah, plenty of herbs and spices. Yeah, probably don't even need really the grenades, but I'm gonna keep them anyway. Might be able to use them in the last scene. We don't even need that many bullets, interestingly enough. And I've got like plenty of healing for the rest of the game. So let me see. Can I actually get like one last upgrade for my let's see, what are we at? I need 80,000, so I need like 15,100 or something. I don't think I have anything in here that, unless I wanted to sell a weapon that I'm not using anymore. Well, I actually could sell. Well, no. I could sell the green herb mix if I really wanted to. And then sell the rest of the shotgun shells, because we have like what, 90 or whatever.
Is that all? Thank you.
Yeah, we'll just do that. Why not?
Is that all?
I have plenty of healing, so it's not like.
Thank you. What are you?
I mean, like I said, the only reason to do this is to unlock a possible infinite ammo weapon when you beat the game. So.
Is that all?
But anyway, what does this do? Increase the firing speed. So, wow, reduces to 0.4. I thought it was higher than that. Wow. That's a major upgrade. So even though I'll actually no, I might use the rifle for this final area. We'll see we'll see how the battle plays out. But I'm pretty much gravy for all of it.
Something's not right. Ashley, you stay here. Ada! Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old. You okay?
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliché that only happens in your Hollywood movies. Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of clichés.
Ada, stand back.
Well, talk about cliches. Emergency lockdown elevator. It's final boss time against Sadler himself. Yep, that's pretty much it. We've got to fight Sadler. So how do you fight him? Well, I don't know if I can get a few seconds on that, but if you see those, oh, you have to be careful too, because he'll start throwing crap at us if we're too far away. So Sadler has these multiple eyes on his person. So what we need to do is we need to shoot out these eyes whenever they pop up. Ah! Well then, not a good start, is it? But like I said, we'll just use a regular herb. Why not? What we need to... Jesus! I'm getting really unlucky with these attacks. So even when I play tested this, I didn't suffer that badly. Ah, wow. Yeah, I'm not doing too hot in the beginning of the game. I guess I could just start shotgunning him. So you have to basically take out, you can either take out the arms to do, or sorry, the eyeballs to take out some damage, or you can hit Sadler's body himself, and it'll eventually weaken him. Wow. Holy crap. I'm getting like supremely... And I've got all this healing too, so I guess I can afford to mess up, but dang. Yeah, you can shoot his body eventually enough times, and it'll weaken him, but really the big thing is to go for the eyes. So, because that'll put him into this form, and then, yeah, his eye appears, and then we run up, and then we just hit him with a dagger. We have to do this, I think, 6 or 7 times, something like that, and then the next scene will occur. So, oh yeah, and there's a couple things going on in the background, like those things are dropping every once in a while. Yeah, if you can't hit the eyes, because he does have some eyes on all of his legs, but sometimes it's hard to hit the other leg, so you can use the explosive barrels to immediately destroy Sadler's body enough to get him to do that. How'd I get... Oh. Okay, that was weird. Like, I got put into, like, a really weird spot. I'm trying to hit the eyeball. There we go. Actually, I'd probably say this is... I don't know, Sadler can be dangerous, but the thing is, I think he might be one of the easier bosses in the game because of the whole eye thing. Because even with the tyrants and stuff like that, you basically just had to blast them until they die. In this case, he has pretty obvious glowy, weaky spots, you know. So, do I have another? Okay, so I do have one more edit. Effect. I think I have a... I haven't been counting, so I'm not sure how many more times I need to do this. There's a... you can also use the explosive barrels, but there's also another thing you can do as well. Let me see if I can get to it or not. I could grab some of the last minute stuff even though I don't need it. Yeah, there's these things here, which do something. They only work if he's like right upon you, though. I have to be careful with activating it because he can throw and destroy pillars and knock stuff towards you. But I want to show off like what happens when he actually gets too close. Yeah, those things keep dropping every other second. That's kind of annoying too. Okay, he's getting a little close. I could probably activate this here in a second. Yeah, it's kind of weird how Sadler becomes kind of stupid when he goes into his monster form. But anyway, if we pull this, he gets hit by a bunch of beams. He immediately gets weakened, so that's another way to do it, outside of hitting the body or shooting an explosive barrel at him. And you get 2 of these too, so you can do this twice if you're having trouble with the eyeballs. Okay, so we got a... And if you somehow take too long, you can do a jump. You can do a jump cutscene to... to survive the jump, so it won't just immediately drop on your ass, which is nice. How far any eyeballs are available right now. I have to be careful about using the rifle just because. Look how fast that is! Holy crap! Man, it must take a lot of damage to. Or I think you can hit Sadler's body, but it takes like a lot of hits to actually work. Because you're supposed to hit the eyeballs and do like the things like that, but. Must be good to go for the cutscene.
Use this.
Yep, we get the typical Resident Evil rocket launcher, and we actually had to make room for it. So if your whole inventory is full, you do actually have to drop stuff to get it. But luckily, I just sold everything. So, and we had to do him knocking him down like one more time to actually utilize it. I think the rocket launcher's here. But luckily, we're close enough to the that barrel there, so we can do the barrel explosive knockout one. Hopefully it doesn't get... Is it coming? Oh, come on. Well, nice. Whoops. Get one more heal in, I guess. Well, I was gonna use the explosive on him, but Eli did that whole... There we go. Okay, when he does that, equip the rocket launcher, and I think you can just aim for him, but I like aiming for the eye, just to guarantee it.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Gotta go. If I were you, I'd get off this island too.
She really pushed it.
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
Very cute.
And because Leon has the hots for Ada, he didn't try to shoot at her or anything. He just let her get away, and she gets away with the sample. Bridge system has been deactivated. Releasing the locks. Now you can actually go to the thing, and you get one last bit of money, which you're probably wondering, what's the point? The game's over. Well, that's for New Game Plus, basically. Whatever money you have, you can transfer over to the New Game Plus file if you want to. But anyway, the game gives you plenty of time to, as long as you don't like walk the whole way, I think you'll be fine. But yeah, the timer does count down, and I don't know, I like how it starts as soon as it pops up on your screen. She presses it. Nice little touch there. Hey Ashley, glad we didn't have you for the final
We
counter.
have to get off this island now. It's gonna blow any minute.
It's gonna what?
I think it would have been funny if the counter kept going down through the cutscene, like through the loading screen or whatever. But yeah, I'm really glad that the game didn't force you to have Ashley for the final encounter. That would have been a whole heap of annoying. But anyway, let's just get Ashley to the jet ski thing. So one last catch. Could have done one last pervert look too, for those who care about that type of stuff. And yeah, there's no reason to like look for anything else. As far as I'm aware, there isn't like any like random secret item that you can get like right before the end. At least I haven't heard of anything. So, anyway, let's take a look at the teddy bear keychain. Jet ski key. A jet ski key. I would guess you would call it a present from Ada. Well, sort of. All right, let's use it. Use the jet ski key. So anyway, we have to get out of here and avoid stuff in typical adventure last minute fashion. So if you press up on the control pad, it speeds up the controller a little bit. And you can die in this final section, by the way. The game dickishly can kill you here if you're not paying attention. So luckily it's not that difficult. I'd say the only difficult part is the second half of it, where you're forced to accelerate for the last part.
Wait! Behind us!
I know. Just hold on.
And you have to hold up the accelerate, because eventually the water will catch up to you if you don't. So I think you can not accelerate in a couple of parts and be fine, but for the most case you have to basically be accelerating on the whole time otherwise, because the wire's right behind you and it'll overflood you and insta-kill you. But yeah, we're fine. Like I said, I think I died the first time I did this, but
Ashley! Ashley! Where are ya?
Leon!
Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
it's time to watch the credits roll. Yep, that's it for Resident Evil 4. Oh man, Ashley trying to get closer to Leon after this is all over. He's like, no, you're the president's daughter and you're way too young for me. But you know, anyway, oh man, after all this time, you know, I still have a bug at my butt about this game and what it changed for Resident Evil. But you can't ignore the fact that this like revitalized the series, like did a lot of cool things for it. Great action, great comedy, or I don't know if I say great comedy, but great funny moments to loosen up because it didn't. I mean, one thing the game I think did a good job of is it kept kind of the campiness of the Resident Evils, like the idea, the concept of it, and kind of still rolled with it without taking itself too seriously with the overtop action and the comedy and stuff like that. But it was still a fun experience. Obviously, I went a bit over the top and grinding and everything like that, because this game is a lot, I wouldn't say easier per se, but it definitely gives you a lot of outs in this game. Like in the previous Resident Evils, if you died, you had to go back to an old save point, but this game gave you multiple checkpoints, easy retries, and the only thing about retrying was you just had to redo, all you had to do is like it'd reload a section, but that's it. So but yeah, it was pretty, it gave you quite a bit of ammo too. Even if you used quite a bit of it, it kind of made up for it in certain parts with enemy drops and stuff like that. But yeah, well, I guess we could start at the top with the characters. I think Leon, they did a great job with keeping Leon from a character who had been this bright-eyed rookie cop in 2 to become someone who had been toughened over the Resident Evil experience, and then, you know, leaving it in his past, but had been like trained to be a Secret Service man in between. I think there's a couple of movies that talk about, or books that talk about like what happens to Leon in between the games or whatever, because Leon doesn't pop up till here, while all the other characters, like the Redfields, get a couple of games and stuff like that. But Leon kind of disappears from 2 and pops up in 4 outside of all the sequels and side quests and stuff like that. And then Ashley being, you know, the typical, you have to save her and the escort character, but overall she's not the worst escort character we've ever had in the game, and they do a decent job of making it to where, you know, she'll listen to your commands. She doesn't complain too much. I think there was only a handful of scenes where she was kind of annoying, but that was like very minimal and only in a few situations. Like she basically just followed you because she's like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. I'm not gonna be like a punk while you're trying to save me. And then obviously Sadler and Salazar were, you know, great villains because they kept taunting you over the whole game, trying to egg you on, and obviously Leon was able to hold his own against these folks. You know, did a good job with that. And the NPCs like Lewis and others, I think were in there just enough, and enough challenges in the game too. Like the game does a pretty good job, I thought, for ramping up the difficulty from the roughly easy to kill villagers up to, you know, the mercenaries are a lot smarter. Although I kind of wish the game at the very end had something similar to the hunters and stuff like that, where you had like these really smart enemies, but oh well, you can't get everything. I think maybe it would have been too difficult or something like that. Thanks, Shinji Mikami. I think he's the guy who created the Resident Evil game. I think this might have been one of the last ones he worked on, actually, weirdly enough, if I recall. The characters and events depicted in this game are fictitious, and any similarity to actual persons living dead is purely coincidental. This game is protected under the laws of the Raccoon Police Department. Unauthorized duplication, distribution of exhibition may result in something stars. Sorry, I didn't read it fast enough.
Hunnigan, is that you?
Finally, the line's jack free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty?
Story of my life.
He always wondered what happened to Hunnigan, like after everything. And she's just like, what's the detail of the mission? I'm like, come on, you lost track of me. But anyway, we get the results of the game and how we did. So 79% hit ratio, over 1,000 enemies killed, number of times killed. Well, obviously it's more than that, but I redid the sections. I forgot how many times I saved too. I think I saved like 50 times or something like that. So that's not added onto this. And clear time, 18 hours. For some reason, I think you can. Well, obviously you can't beat this game quicker, but I did take my time a lot because, especially in the early game, because I was trying to recollect myself with. And obviously, early game, I always try to like hold my ammo and stuff like that. So I do apologize for taking forever to get to the good stuff, you know, and finally, kind of. Then by the time of the game where we're at near the end, I didn't even need half that ammo. But oh well, whatever. Anyway, if we make a save, just choose a save spot for your new game plus. Actually, we can double check and see. Okay, 55 times is how many saved it. So anyway, let's just choose the first slot for the overwrite for the new game plus, the cleared game file. Yeah, unfortunately, this game doesn't have a rating system like A plus or S like the previous games. I thought it did the first time I played this game, so I tried forever to like not get killed and all this like low save, and I found it didn't really matter. And I already technically beat this off screen just to verify, just to kind of play test it. And when you beat the game, you get the ability to buy the Matilda, which is infinite ammo, and you also get possibly buy rocket launchers infinite ammo too. So when you beat the game, as you can see here, the main screen changes to well, the village itself, and we get two new things added. We get Assignment Ada and the Mercenaries, and then we get to load and everything like that. I'm not going to do the Mercenaries Ada right now. I'm actually going to make those bonus episodes because Operation Assignment Ada is similar to, I think it was either Resident Evil 2, where there was a mini game where you played as Ada trying to get the T-virus or something like that, I think. And a couple and the Mercenaries is similar to what they introduced in Resident Evil 3 with the Mercenaries that helped Jill Valentine. Well, sort of helped her. But anyway, let me show you what the merchant has now that we've. Oh yeah, and we now get a new difficulty mode. We now get professional mode, which
Resident Evil 4.
Which there's also there's bonus. There's a now we can use the special costumes. Now we're doing that, so let's unlock special. And I'll swap out the disc. Okay, so the cutscenes are basically the same, so we'll skip that. I just want, and everything, as far as I'm aware, everything's the same when you replay it. Just okay, so yeah, we get this special outfit. So now Leon's in his classic Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 2 outfit. So that's cool, like his Raccoon City Department, which he was only a part of for like one day, and then he quit. Well, he kind of forced himself to quit. Anyway, but yeah, you get to. Man, think how quickly the game will now run now that I know exactly everything that's happening here. And obviously, you can just skip everything to get through it. I think on professional mode, if I'm aware, I think you get less ammo drops. The enemies take a lot longer to kill. So my whole method of saving my ammo is more appropriate here than it was in the full original game. And then Hunnigan checks on us. He's not a zombie. Oh, yeah. We find out that this isn't your typical Resident Evil, which I thought was a nice change of pace. I mean, I still miss the zombies, but I mean, the villagers almost act like zombies when you think about it. The only major difference is that they obviously are smarter than zombies. Although in later versions of the game, they made the zombies a bit more dangerous or intelligent. Not to the human levels, but even then the villagers aren't that smart because of their being influenced by the Plagueis or whatever. Oh yeah, we never find out. Oops, oh, good start where I get immediately smacked by a dude. And we don't really find out, well, I mean, obviously Operation Ada, we find out a bit more of like what happened, but we really don't find out really what happens to Ada. I'm trying to think. I think it's only in the books or something like that, because Leon doesn't make an appearance in any of the future game titles. They do have an appearance in like I think there's an animated movie where he makes an appearance. Oh wait, no, Leon comes back in Resident Evil 6, which I actually haven't played. Weirdly enough, I'm aware of it. But yeah, well, I'm not that, at this point, I'm not really a big thing about. I want to just get to the merchant just to show off what options he has now at this point. Yeah, I'm still not doing much better at this point, even after, but we are playing professional mode. Like I said, everyone's a little bit beefier, does a little bit more damage, and we don't, as far as I'm aware of, weapon drops don't drop regularly. And obviously, I'm not going to, oh yeah, let me show you what happens when you hit the wolf. Yeah, he escapes, but we, hit him. I don't know if that, I actually don't remember. I never checked to see if that actually affected him, where he doesn't help you during that one boss fight, which you really, now that you know what you know at that time, it's not that big of a deal. Let's see, there was a thing here. Oh yeah, better refill. Actually, you probably could just skip a lot of these guys, frankly, to tell you the truth. Yeah, you could just, like, barrel through. Obviously, you'd miss out on a lot of treasure and stuff like that, but yeah, you could. There's quite a few guys you can just ignore at this point and beat the game in, like, I'm trying to remember what the fastest playtime for this game is. I think it's, like, 3 hours? I could be wrong, though. Like I said, I'm not a speedrunner type of guy, so I've never actually checked it, but I believe it's like 3 hours or something like that anyway. Yeah, see how easily, like, when I first played this, I was trying to kill, like, every single character. Now I'm just avoiding everyone. Although the only problem with avoiding everyone is not having ammo, extra ammo and stuff like that. Let's see if I can get to grab what's in here before they all charge at me. Because you do actually need some of the ammo here. Oh, come on. No, they still say the Lord Saddler stuff even at this point. Actually, when is the next merchant? Oh, that's right. I think I have to... Actually, I think it's actually a while until I get to the merchant. Because it's after... I think it's after we get caught and escape. So it's actually a little while now that I recall. I'll probably ignore beating the chainsaw man this time, just to get to him as fast as we can. And we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how fast I can actually get to the merchant. Like before, I think it took me like 3 or 4 episodes to finally get to the merchant or something like that. Yep, skip that. Then we activate the chainsaw dude when we do that. Yep, you see it here in the background. It is kind of crazy to just go through this game as fast as you can, just to see like what the possibilities are. And let's grab the shotgun. Funny how I still kind of remember all the drops or areas where I can fight the dudes. Oh, there's chainsaw guy. I'm trying to remember what the best spot to fight these. Oh yeah, did I ever show off that where there was a? Ah, well, that was dumb. There's that. I'm trying to remember. I think people will sometimes spawn back this way, so technically you can't really use this as a hold off point. You can use it for a hot minute. Yeah, we'll use like I said, I'm just trying to survive till they. Yeah, nice. Love it. Oh, did he die from like? Oh no, he's still alive. I was about to say, did he really die from like the from the firebomb? Uh-oh. Ah. Oh well, we'll heal. Yeah, gotta be careful about getting hit by the chainsaw, dude. This is almost more intense than the. Oh, dang it! I got killed. Oh well. Well, I wanted to show off like what happens if you get to the merchant, but I think we'll call it right there. Like I said, you can buy like infinite ammo rocket launchers. You know what? Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut to when I actually get to the merchant, so I can show you what it is, and then we'll call it the end of the episode, and then we'll talk more about the game when I play Operation Ada and everything else. So I'll see you all at the merchant, and then we'll call it an episode.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
All right, we're back. After dying at that one point, I went on a little bit further just to see what the merchant had, and I forgot that you're supposed to load up the clear save file to show all the extra stuff. So when you start a new game file, you get immediately set to choosing what your outfit is and what the merchant has to offer. So let's see what he has to offer. So at the very beginning of the game, depending on what your inventory was before then, so if you didn't have all the attaché cases, you can now buy them now. You can buy the tactical vest if you don't have it. Buy the treasure map. You can buy, I think, almost all the guns at the beginning of the game right here if you want. And yeah, we get the Matilda, which is a 9mm handgun that has burst fire capability, and it's steady too, so it doesn't go all over the place. So that's one of the benefits of buying or beating the game regularly. If you play professional mode, you unlock a new a TMP type gun called the Tommy gun. I might see in between maybe later on in the year, maybe before the spooky season next year, maybe I'll show off what the Tommy gun can do, because that's what happens if you beat professional mode. You unlock some more stuff when doing that. But anyway, you get all the what items you can buy right now. Yeah, too bad. Oh, and we can finally buy infinite rocket launcher. So if you saved up a lot of money from the previous game, or you can earn more money at this time, but it costs 1,000,000 pitas to do it. But if you do that, I mean, obviously it takes up the full slot, but it'll never run out. So you can use it as many times as you want. So you can beat the game in like a couple hours, depending on how you feel, or if you just want to kill, the villagers or whoever in one shot, boom, there you go. Great reward for beating the game. And then you can tune up things if you didn't tune them up already. Stuff like that. So I thought I'd show off that. And then if you just start the game, it just starts the cutscene all over again, and then you can skip through it. But by buying the stuff from the merchant, which is why the game gives you all that money, so you can actually buy maybe a nice weapon or two. If you don't, then you're stuck with well, I don't know if I'd say stuck with, but you get all the equipment you had from the previous game, so it even makes it even more easy to play through the early game. So you can just run through with everything. So maybe I went a little bit overboard by selling all the shotgun shells, but I mean, for a good deal of the game, 99 shotguns is probably, and it's maxed out. Like, all the stuff's maxed out, so that's going to cover me for quite a while. And I got to do TMP ammo to kill these guys, because we're still on normal mode. We're not in professional mode anymore, because in professional mode, like I said, they're beefier and stuff like that. So I might off-screen, maybe, like I said, might do beat professional mode just to show the other unlocks that are pretty cool. Or maybe at the beginning of the next episode, get to showing where Ashley, because Ashley, I don't know if she gets her special if I have to beat it professionally or not, but she does get an outfit of her own. Like I said, maybe I'll show that off in a bonus episode or maybe somewhere down the line. But the next bonus episode I'm going to do after this is I'm going to show Operation Ada to see how she, well, sort of got to her point and what she does shortly afterwards. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed my playthrough of Resident Evil 4, my sloppy, over-the-top, like, hoarding and bullets to the very end, and they just sell everything, because that's just how I always play Resident Evil. But it was a fun, spooky season game, and this took me longer than expected, to tell you the truth. I thought it'd take me, like, maybe half the month, but I did dick around quite a bit, so... Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had your own fun, spooky season, and many more games to come. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next game.